My pal Dan Varroney is an economic strategist. The man has written books. He's a guest speaker. He's well sought after when he travels around this fine country talking about economy and stuff, and joins us now. We'll get in onto the producer price index, consumer sentiment, which does seem to be down, and prices, I don't know, some produce is down, some of it's up. Hey, Dan, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. I don't do a lot of the shopping. I guess the good news, it seems like eggs aren't really super expensive, but yeah, everything has gone up. The inflation numbers in March, how are we feeling about this going forward?
Well, clearly the inflation year over year was up over 3%. But the issue remains the energy price shock. That's the bad news. You're right about the price of beef. That's a different issue. It's a structural shortage. It's a diminishing amount of cattle, and that's all around regulations and permitting that have created that challenge for farmers. The president is addressing that by bringing Brazilian beef into the country and trying to lower the cost of beef. But I think the bigger issue is when we look at the CPI numbers under the grocery food at home category, they were down about 0.2%. I think that's pretty good news. Eggs are declining. That's very good news. And we're also seeing some vegetables at the producer level. Those prices are going down. But I want to give you some good news and give your listeners some good news as well. So another data point is the producer price index. Those are the input costs. Those are at the wholesale level. And when those numbers came out earlier this week, the increases came in a lot less than expected. Those are forward signals that says that these high prices aren't going to last forever. And I think that reflects confidence in the president's strategy in the Gulf. I think that reflects that the price per barrel of oil, whether it be the West Texas crude or the Brent crude, is now under $100 again. And we could be looking at lower gasoline prices, probably in the $3 range by June to August, and we'll start to see food prices coming down by the summer.
All right, I'm writing this down. Dan Varroney, because we're going to get Dr. Nash on here in just a minute. Dan Varroney says gas prices are going to go down sometime between June and August. Can we make it that far? That's the thing. And stuff like, I was looking at tomatoes. When you were talking produce, tomato, I saw a price on tomatoes is up like 22% over last year. But we're coming into a time where a lot of people can grow their own tomatoes. I get tomatoes. My neighbors are like, hey, you want some tomatoes? No, I have plenty of my own. So, I'm not worried about tomatoes so much. But it's the produce that comes in and has to be shipped in. Mangoes, which we love at the Austin Family Compound, stuff like that. Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah, and Mike, and what I want to do is I want to predicate my my assessment of the midterm and long term around the cessation of hostilities in Iran and the Middle East. I think if that happens, then gas prices come down. I think we're seeing a tiny bit of a break now, but I think a formal peace agreement needs to be reached. And I think when that happens, which I expect in the not too distant future, then I think gasoline prices come down, then I think diesel prices come down, and then following the diesel price reductions, I see food prices coming down. But that's in the future. I'm confident, let's say for sake of conversation, the conflict ends 30 days from now. If it ends 30 days from now, I see gasoline comfortably coming down within 2 to 3 weeks. Following that, right, so that brings us into June, and then I see gasoline dropping to around the $3 range in that June to August window if there's cessation of hostilities 1 month from now. Let me just give you the if.
Yeah, no, I get it. And that is, the Middle East, that's the big question these days. So folks who are speculators on the market these people, are they as positive on this? Are they looking at, because then the market's going to react like the next hour after there's a cessation of hostilities and we have an agreement we saw that the other day, just as the president just breathing about an agreement, the markets responded. Are they getting in? Now's the time to get in the market, I suppose.
So the place to look is the bond markets. Bond markets look pretty confident, and the bond markets are confident, and because of that confidence, we're seeing reaction in the stock market, and I think there's confidence in the president, in the strategy, that there will be a cessation of hostilities. I'm saying a decent chance 30 days from now.
All right. I'm writing that down, Dan, because I'm going to get back with you on this one. We can only hope, and I mean it's a big question, and it's so many people involved. It's not just us and Iran, the Hezbollah stuff and all of that, and Hamas.
These are very challenging negotiations. Militarily, the U.S. is in excellent position. The fact that we are now controlling traffic in and out of the Strait of Hormuz, I think, is also important. The fact that we're actually in negotiations with Iran and the IRGC gives me more hope. But the fact that the bond markets are confident, the fact that the stock market, at least today, is confident, gives me reason to believe that we should have some optimism.
Yeah, and you've got to appreciate the fact that maybe you don't have to, but I do. That for years, various administrations have said, how bad Iran is. There ought to be someone else in charge. Ought to this, ought to that.
Right.
Okay, here it comes. And then, and for the, NATO countries, they are like, well, we're going to stay backing off. But yet they're going to reap rewards just like the rest of the world once everything plays out there and everything else is cheaper. But, that's that. Dan Varroney, get his book. Give me your book again. Is it Rethinking Economic Growth? That's a new one?
Rethinking Economic Growth. It's on Amazon as we speak.
All right. We'll look it up and get Dan. He's a great speaker. Dan Varroney. Thanks a lot, buddy. We'll see you later.
Pleasure. Take care.